And, okay, let's just, keep going a little bit here. So we got this letter, and, gotta give this to whoever. I'm just making sure everything's being recorded right now. He's just sitting there playing with the red ball all day. Red marble. No, we traumatized by something in the past here. Hey, it wasn't my fault that he wanted me to do this. Alright, so I guess we'll have to do a little bit of work for later. Alright, so yeah, going back to the whole CCS thing. So I watched the second movie first, which is like reading the, yeah, as I mentioned, the last chapter of a book. I always do that with fanfiction as well. I read like the last chapter or the last paragraph, you know, just to see if it's worth watching. Eventually I started watching the movie online. I mean, you just do a search and find it. So I ended up watching that, and probably what got me completely hooked into it was the... is she out here? The ending song of the second movie. I mean, I got completely hooked on that song, because it's so good. I still listen to it now, so... Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of dust flying around the place. I don't think so. Well, it's not that I have much of a choice here. Alright, so what you need to do here is, you get on top of this little ledge here, and then you basically wait for the wind to kind of blow, in this case, forwards. Hey look, my job is not to stay here, I'm gonna be traveling around the place. Alright, so we got our first bottle here. Yeah, you have to get this bottle. I mean, you can't even try to skip it. I mean, it's part of the main story. There are 4 bottles in this game. The other 3 are completely optional. But again, we're going to be picking up all the goodies around here. So there's just enough water to pick up some water and fill it in the bottle there. So yeah, so the ending song of that movie, I mean, I got so hooked onto it. I still listen to it now. It's so catchy. Eventually I started watching I watched the movie in English, and that's a whole nother discussion right there. I'm not even going to bother going into that. Unless people want me to go into that. I mean, if that's for some reason interesting to you, then I'll go into that. But, I mean, the whole thing with the dub of this series is a whole nother story. So eventually I kind of went backwards and started watching the series, and again, the music in the openings and endings are great. I mean, they're like brilliant to listen to. I have them like saved under like favorites, so if you know, my channel has like a bunch of favorites there, and then a lot of it is that music. So I really enjoy the music of that series because it's so light paced. And so I mean, yeah, that's kind of where we're at, and that's, you wonder how that caused so much delay. It's like, why is that taking you so long still? And I mean, I don't even know how many times I've watched the series, namely the second movie. I've lost count, and I still watch it now, so because it's rather enjoyable to watch. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's the whole CCS thing is kind of what's been taking up most of my time. Just keep watching the thing. Now, I'll kind of stop it there. I mean, I can go into like characters, episodes, all that other stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna bore you with that, unless you really want me to talk about it. I mean, I might talk a little bit like during sailing, because otherwise there's nothing to talk about. You're just sailing down however much of the map. So, but I'll probably just stop it there. But in short, yeah, it's the whole card captor Sakura thing that's really been causing me a lot of delays in time here. Not that I really mind, but anyway. Alright, now we can actually get back to talking about the game a little bit. Alright, it's our first dungeon here. Dragon Roost Cavern. I'm gonna get so confused with the grabbing here, because I'm so used to pushing A. Like other games, you just push A. The grab here, it's R. So I'm gonna totally get this. See, I'm gonna get this screwed up all the time here. Bad habit here. Alrighty then. Get started with this place. Yeah, much better using a sword than a Deku stick here. Alright, let's see here. Gotta light the torches in this room. I don't know what they call this. I'm just gonna call it like a Deku stick. It kind of, I guess it functions like a Deku stick. I don't know what it's actually called though. Alright, as with pretty much any Zelda game, you can find small keys here. Open up locked doors. These things here are like warp points. These looks like witch jars type things. Well, right now we can't really do much with that, so I guess you'll see why. Yeah, you don't think this is the coolest place around. Should have brought like a portable air conditioning unit or something. Thank goodness it's not like Ocarina of Time where you can't... Like, if you try to go into the Death Mountain, like, you can't go in there. You're actually timed. Otherwise, you kind of burn. For some reason in this game, even though it looks like it's totally hot in this place, like, Link's not even sweating yet. Again, Nintendo logic right there. Yeah, so you see a lot of random stuff around here, so just kind of take a look around the place. Just kind of run past the bats right here. Falling in the lava, I believe, will take you back to the beginning of the room, and it's like a quarter heart or something. You'd think it'd be a lot more, but that'd be kind of brutal. I mean, you only have 3 hearts here. But that's what OOT Master Quest was. You only have 3 hearts, and everything does at least 1 heart of damage to you. Okay, this room here, you got these jars of water. I don't know why you put jars of water in here. That's kind of weird. But you can throw them in there, and it makes a temporary platform. So you can make bridges for yourself there. Alright, you're gonna map here. Not too helpful. Kinda get an idea of where you're going here. Can I jump that gap? I think I can. Oh, I can jump it without even landing on the thing. Oh, the thing just jumped over me. Okay. Alright, we'll just run right past that thing then. This room here... anything in these jars here? A lot of these probably have hearts and stuff, so you get lots of refills. Now, you can't cut these solid boards here, so you actually have to take the sword here. And you can throw it, swing it, whatever you want to do with it. Break the wall down. There's something up here. Oh. Red shoes here. It's kind of funny. He's just kind of grabbing onto the ledge there. It's not like he can actually hold the chew jelly right there. Now, the chew jellies themselves are not very useful. You have to change them into another, like the actual potion and stuff, and we'll see where we go for that later on. More chews here. Alright, this room here... I think what you have to do is take one of the rocks and actually throw it into the bomb there. It's kind of weird how that works. That's basically a shortcut for you to get back. Alright, next room here. That gap there we're not gonna be able to cross for now. You get a lot of these, actually. And then when you see one of these things, these item capsules, you break it open for lots of stuff right there. Alright, lots of goodies. Yeah, see, those guys drop joy pendants, and actually the item you get from this place is very useful for extracting items. So you just gotta keep that in mind. Alright, so burn that down. And I think there's something you can burn here, actually. So that will be for later on. And, you know, it's not that difficult. You can kind of just take your time through here. Again, plenty of refills in case you get into trouble here.